The Division was an ambitious project for the team at Ubisoft Massive, who were tasked with designing a system from the ground up. So how did they do it? In this 2017 DD Talk, Ubisoft Massive's Christians have won covers some of the major lessons learned while developing new technology and creating the way for the Division. Each lessons have won, in parts, is backed by the examples of the challenges the team at Ubisoft Massive encountered when creating a new technology, specifically for the game. UI programmers interested in how the UI was created for the Division may appreciate that they can now watch the talk completely free via the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent game developers conference events. And the service offers even more members-only content for DD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like DD Vault, already have full access to DD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via the DD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for DD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access for their entire office accompanied by contacting staff via THEGDC Vault Group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact DD Vault technical support, Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent Americas. In the wake of the blister between online platform provider Improbable and engine maker Unity, another party has entered the fray. Epic Games, provider of Unreal Engine and the biggest competitor to Unity, said Thursday night that it has partnered with Improbable to establish a $25 million fund to assist developers who are left in limbo by the new engine and service incompatibilities that were introduced today. In essence, that means Epic is offering to help pay for game developers to move away from its competitor Unity, a calculated move that seeks to capitalize on Unity's public relations and derivations blunder. Epic said the fund is to help developers transition to more open engines, services, and ecosystems. This funding will come from a variety of sources including Unreal Dev grants, Improbable developer assistance funds, and Epic Games Store funding. Thursday morning, Improbable stated that Unity-based projects that use its multiplayer online platform Spatalos work in breach of Unity's freshly updated licensing terms. Unity has clarified to us that this change effectively makes it a breach of terms to operate or create Spatalos games using Unity, including in development and production games, Improbable said today. Hours after Improbable's statement, Unity responded by saying Improbable's statement was misleading, stating that even though Unity is terminating its relationship with Improbable and Spatalos, game developers who are currently developing Spatalos games with Unity would not be affected. Projects that are currently in production are live using Spatalos are not affected by any actions we have taken with Improbable, Unity said. Valve has launched a handful of end-of-year lists and corresponding sales that offered fellow game devs a peek at what games performed best on Steam across a variety of categories. All in all, the year-end roundup lists the top sellers, top new releases, top-selling VR titles, top-performer early access games, and most played games in from 2018. However, as with past Steam lists, the specific rankings and actual revenue of each title is not disclosed. Instead, Most top seller lists are organized into 4 tiers. Platinum for the first through 12th best sellers, Gold for 30th through 24th, Silver for 25th through 40th, and Bronze for 41 Street through 100th. So, in no particular order, the top games that earned the most gross revenue on Steam this year: The Elder Scrolls Online, Rocket League, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Rainbow Six Siege, Dota 2, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Monster Hunter World, Civilization V, Warframe, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Far Cry 5, and Grand Theft Auto V. A bulk of those games are notably free-to-play, or live games, which makes sense given that Valve says revenue from game sales, in-game transactions, and DLC all factor into what lands a game on that top sellers list. The top new releases category, however, takes a different approach and ranks the games released this year that generated the most revenue in 2018 according to the month they released. Since 150 games are included in this roundup, it's best to head over to Steam to see the rankings in full. But games like Celeste, Beat Saber, Cultist Simulator, and Mutant aren't even all make appearances on that list, so you have made a successful mod. Congratulations! Perhaps you have heard of the incredible success of mod to indie transformations, like Prong, Team Fortress 2, DOTA, The Stanley Parable, and D-Raster, and you are thinking about transforming your mod into a standalone indie game too. I am going to offer some advice. Based on my recent experience, I made a story-driven mod called The Forgotten City, for a popular RPG I'm not allowed to mention, and it's been downloaded by 1.9 million people, won a National Writers Guild Award, and received broad critical acclaim. Kotaku even called it ambitious enough to build its own game, so I am reimagining it as a standalone game to be released in 2019. You can check out the trailer here. If you do like to see how it's shaping up, reimagining your mod as a standalone game is a massive undertaking, and you are going to want to do some exhaustive preparation beforehand. Get legal advice. Chances are you'll agree to some kind of end-user license agreement with the developer of the game you were modding. You probably did not even read it. Unfortunately, it may have terms which restrict your ability to reuse or promote the intellectual property you created. It's going to depend on the terms of the unit, so there's no one-size-fits-all approach here. But if you do not get legal advice, you may get a long way down the road to making your game, only to be the subject of legal action from that other developer. The long-round intellectual property ownership of mods is shrouded in mystery, so the best approach is to reach a clear written agreement with the other developer's legal team, which removes most of the uncertainty. That's what I did. With the help of a specialist video game lawyer, I'd recommend trying something similar. Ask yourself why your mod's fanbase would pay for an experience they have already had for free. This is a tough question, but a necessary one. To market your game, you will most likely be relying on support from the fanbase of your mod, at least in the beginning. Ask yourself why someone who enjoyed your mod would pay $20 for an experience similar to one they have already had. In other words, what improvements are you going to make to your game that were not present in the mod, and how are you going to communicate them to your fanbase? For The Forgotten City, I am adding a new setting, new twists and endings, upgraded visuals, a professional orchestral score and voice acting, mocap animations, among other things. 3. Talk to your fanbase about what they want. It's incredibly difficult to anticipate what gamers want. You can speculate all you want, but the best way to figure it out is by simply asking them. Consider running a survey via social media on SurveyMonkey to gauge interest in a standalone version of your mod. What do the numbers say? Which new features are they most excited about?
4.
Estimate how much it's going to cost to make a prototype. Making an indie game is expensive. You are going to need funding from somewhere, discussed below. But before anyone will even consider funding your game, you will need to build a prototype. You might think, well, I have this mod. Sorry,